Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Detective D, the Silk Rose Murders, where we are in the residence of Lam Haifeng in order to find out who has gone and murdered his wife. So, specifically, we're actually in the secret compartment of Lam Haifeng's old man, the area that he's not actually seen, but we're in here in order to find out who would have it in for Lam Haifeng's wife. Basically, we believe it's a serial killer, and we need to find out if said serial killer has any connections to a political rival of Lam Haifeng, a certain General Zhang. But, yeah, hopefully we will learn something in this secret area. So let's get to investigating. So what have we got here? We've got a desk, an armor. Let's take a look here. There is a veritable fountain of knowledge down here. Okay, what about on the armor? The Lam clan produced generations of warriors. No wonder Lam Haifeng struggled for so long to find his own way. Okay. With the stuff we've got, with the scroll, the second note, the book, no, nothing. Invitation, hello. It's an invitation card. This must be the invitation Lam Haifeng spoke about. Okay, well, let's have a look at it. The Alliance needs you. Where? The East Pier aboard the Paradise Cloud. When? The next time my messenger visits you. Okay, this is interesting. Discover that General Zhang is holding a secret meeting on the East Pier. So I think we should probably get down there. Can we cross-reference this here with... No, that wouldn't help. Okay, anything else? Oh, a mace. Let's take a look at this mace. The aged mace bears the dents and cracks of decades of combat. Okay, so it's not like it's the murder weapon. And nothing else that we can see here, just the armor. No, okay, let's get out of here. Turns out we did find a clue. Okay, so we have a point here, East Pier. Okay. What is there to learn around here? Talk to this lady, Mao Yi. Her lanterns have dotted the waterway with a surreal golden hue. She seems heartbroken. My first priority should be to board the Paradise Cloud. Okay, yeah, let's see. How can we do that? Okay. That must be the Paradise Cloud. Just as I suspected, it is a flower boat. I suppose there is no better way to win over men of weak moral fiber than to seduce them with lavish feasts and beautiful companions. Unfortunately, the ship's no longer docked. I'll need to find another way to reach it. Okay, nothing to do with the rope, I'm guessing? What's with all the lanterns? These beautiful lanterns have given the waterway a surreal glow. Should we talk to the lady? I mean, maybe we can ask her? No, I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe give her a second rose? No, that won't help. Second note? Okay, so there's nothing really that we can do there. Let's just check down this way. Oh, hello. A boat. Maybe this guy can get us there. Xiang Ren. He seems entirely focused on his fishing. Okay, let's have a word with him. Excuse me, sir. May I trouble you for a moment? Quiet down, you're starting my catch. Can't you see I'm fishing here? Pardon the intrusion, but I assure you this is an important matter. Important? What could be more important than man and fish locked in a primal battle for supremacy? If you insist on an answer, I would say that a district magistrate investigating a murder would count as being more important. What? Oh, I didn't mean to be rude. I get a bit obsessive about this hobby of mine. What did you say you were here? I am D. Renjie, magistrate of Chang'an. I hope you'll forgive me, Magistrate D. Like I said, I tend to take this pastime a bit too seriously. What can I help you with? About your boat. Is this your boat? This old thing? Been with me ever since, actually, I don't really remember. Not much to look at, I know, but it does the job. Then perhaps it can be of special service tonight. I need a ride. I have to board that flower boat. That flower boat? I'm afraid I can't help you with that. No siree, out of the question. But it's entirely 20 meters away. This is a serious police matter. Police business or not, my boat won't be leaving this pier tonight. And if you must know why, I'll tell you why. The dead own the waters tonight. The dead? I don't follow. You see that woman on the north side of the pier? The one's been releasing water lanterns into the river all night? Well, as far as I could gather, she is mourning the loss of her sister. These lanterns are meant to guide the souls of the departed back to the spirit world. Do you understand now? I may not be a superstitious man, but I sure know enough not to tempt fate, much less a grieving woman. You believe in ghosts? But surely an educated man like you doesn't believe in ghosts. Education had nothing to do with it. If you're foolish enough to go out there and disturb the dead, by all means be my guest. But I won't risk myself or my boat becoming haunted by an angry ghost. Yeah, about the flower boat. What do you know about the flower boat? Ah, that's the Paradise Cloud. If you want to see the most beautiful courtesans in Chang'an sing and dance the night away, that's the place to be. But alas, a lowly commoner like me could hardly dream of stepping foot in such a place. Besides, rubbing elbows with aristocrats isn't exactly my idea of a good night out. Aristocrats? Uh-huh, I've seen them. High society types, you know. Powerful officials, rich merchants, foreign dignitaries. They file in at dusk and don't come out until dawn. And you saw them embark tonight? Yes, a quiet bunch. Almost sneaky, if you ask me. Okay, tell us about yourself. Do you come here often to fish at this hour? I'm a retired professor of history. My name is Xiang Ren. I always loved to fish, but my job occupied most of my time. So when I retired, I promised myself I would spend more time doing the things I like to do. But the pier gets a bit rowdy during the day, so I enjoyed coming out at night, when the waters are calm and all you can hear is the occasional laughter coming from the flower boat. Being here all alone, that's when I truly lose myself. There's nothing like the primal feeling of the life and death struggle between man and fish. Ha ha ha, good one, young magistrate. You stay put, I'll be back. Sure thing, Skipper. Okay. Possibly. Can we not go down? No, we can't go down. Okay, so if we can convince this very unhappy lady in mourning over here to... I don't know. Pardon me. May I have a word with you? I recognize that winged cap. Are you an officer of some kind? I've done nothing wrong. I am Magistrate D. Renjie. I'm not here to arrest you. Good. Then please leave me alone. I need to go back to my ceremony. I'm afraid I can't do that. Not until you've answered a few questions. Fine. What is it you want? About the lanterns. Are these ceremonial water lanterns? Yes. People say they can guide lost souls to the spirit world where they belong. I need to help my sister find peace. I know she's out there somewhere. I can feel it. I don't want her to wander the world of the living with no place to go. Okay, tell us about yourself. My name is Mao Yi. I'm here because of my sister. She needs me. Your sister? Is her name Mao Wei? Yes. How did you know that? The envelopes you are holding in your arms so intently. They have her name on it. Oh, yes. These are the letters she sent me before she died. My dearest sister. She's the only one who ever understood me. She was younger than me, but she took care of me like she was my big sister. She was always so wise, so giving. Tell me, what happened to her? After marrying last spring, my sister moved to the neighboring city of Luoyang with her husband. She wrote me a letter almost every week. At first they seemed happy, but then came the news that her husband had been in an accident. A heavy stone had fallen on him, crushing the right side of his body. Most of his injuries healed, but his arm was permanently paralyzed. A stonemason with a lame right hand? Can you imagine? They fell on hard times. That's when her husband, despite my sister's protests, decided to take their savings and try his luck at the gambling dens. That fool threw away all they had. But not only that, each time his pockets emptied, he borrowed from loan sharks to refill them. But the loan sharks didn't forget his debt. No, they didn't. Those ruffians have no conscience. They went to my sister's house and demanded payment. When her husband resisted, they beat him to death. After that, they made her responsible for the money he owed. They gave her 3 days to make payment, or else. That's when the letters stopped. And you believe your sister met the same fate her husband did? I would have heard news of her otherwise. I'm sure of it. I know my sister. She wouldn't have stopped writing to me unless something happened. Tell me about your sister's letters. Like I mentioned before, she sent me letters every week without fail. She wrote such lovely letters too. She shared with me everything that was happening in her life, just like when we were young, when we would talk all night. May I see the letters? I promise to return them straight away. Alright, but please be careful with them. Okay, let's take a look at this. Thank you for sharing your story. All I want now is for my sister to rest in peace. Okay, what do we got here? Dearest sister, not a moment goes by that I don't regret leaving our family home for this sorry existence. Now I fear for my life. My husband is dead. Before my own eyes, those gangsters battered him into oblivion. Now they want me to settle his debt, but 3 days is all they've given me. How can I repay them? They ask for the impossible. Hiding is my only option. They can go to hell. I plan to escape to the countryside, but east or west I've yet to decide. I promise to write again soon, but if you do not hear from me in 1 month, consider this a final farewell. Mao Wei. Most of these letters date back to before the financial troubles and hold little interest. Remove you and me, and 4 are left. Count using mother and father's birthdays, and chosen words shall manifest. But this last one is quite interesting. The envelope it came with is a curious note written on it. Remove you and me, and 4 are left. Count using mother and father's birthdays, and chosen words shall manifest. Okay, maybe we can talk to her just about the dates? About the birthday note? On the back of this envelope, your sister wrote a note. She mentions your mother and father's birthdays. Do you know the meaning of that note? I remember seeing that, but it didn't make any sense to me. My sister's never written anything like that to me before. I found it strange at first, but I didn't think much of it. Do you think it might be important? I haven't figured it out yet, but there may be something to it. Would you indulge me and tell me their dates? Well, I suppose it couldn't do any harm. Let's see. My father's birthday is on the 9th day of the 11th month, and my mother's birthday is on the 4th day of the 1st month. The truth about your sister? The truth I don't understand. Your sister didn't want to go into hiding without telling you, but she figured there was a chance these gangsters would intercept her letters and learn of her plans. This letter was conceived to deceive. Within it, 2 messages are contained. One for them, another for you. I've deciphered the secret message. I have. The first word is... on second thought, I need to take a look at the letter again. Yeah. Let's take a look at the letter again. Remove you and me, and 4 are left. Count using mother and father's birthdays, and chosen ones shall manifest. Oh, I see it. So remove you and me. Not... 1, 2, 3, 4. Not dead. 2, 3, 4, no. Mother, so to be hiding east? Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 10. Is it 9? No, she said it's 9, isn't it? Not dead is it? Let's see. Okay, the truth about your sister. Yeah, that's right, not. Second word is not dead. Third word is hiding. Yeah, we're right, yeah. Has to be. Has to be. Not dead, hiding east. My sister is alive. How clumsy of me. The truth was under my nose this whole time. Thank you, Magistrate D. You've released me from a false burden. My sister's soul does not wander in the night as I had feared. These lanterns guide no one. Now they will serve only as a reminder that my sister still lives. I'm glad to see you so relieved. Here are your letters. Before I go, I'd like to ask a small favor of you. There is a fisherman waiting in this boat on the other side of the pier. He's been afraid to venture onto the water. Oh dear, my ritual. He must have been frightened by it. Indeed. If he speaks to you tonight, will you tell him your story? The truth about your sister and her letter? Yes, of course. That is a promise. Okay. Well, that's helpful. I mean, it would be nice if she told him right now. Let's talk to him. Excuse me. Good news. I've spoken to the woman across the pier. It seems her lantern ritual was not necessary after all. Her sister is in fact still alive. She was led astray by a cryptic letter that I've now deciphered. You may speak to her to know more if that pleases you. She's even agreed to show you the letter. Well, isn't that something? To think I've been sitting here all night afraid of some regular old lanterns. It looks like we've wasted enough time already. Let's get you on that flower boat. Boom. Well, I sure hope your lady friend is worth all this trouble. This isn't what you think. No need to explain. I was a young man once. Now off you go. I've got my own prey to return to. Ha ha ha. Oh dear. What is he like? I need to find General Zhang. But I'm guessing we talked to all of these guests? There's no questioning the quality of the companionship to this flower boat. These courtesans are as beautiful as they are graceful. Excuse me. I'm looking for General Zhang. I haven't seen him. Try asking Madame Ling. Okay, should we talk to this dude? He wears an insignia on his belt. It looks like he's the master of the Guild of Goldsmiths. Will he talk to us? Excuse me. I'm looking for General Zhang. Move along. Don't you see I'm in the middle of something? Okay, let's talk. Where's Madame Ling? Is that her? A wine waiter? Yeah, let's talk to her. Excuse me. Do you know where I can find General Zhang? The General? I think I may have seen him on the upper deck earlier. Okay. The wine waiter? The young man seems rather depressed. Excuse me. Oh, good evening, sir. Can I offer you a drink? This is the finest rice wine money can buy. No wine for me. I'm only here to speak to General Zhang. Have you seen him? I'm sorry, General who? I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. You seem distracted. Is something wrong? Well, sir, it's just that I had the worst spot of bad luck today. The absolute worst. This afternoon, as I was getting ready for work, I noticed that my uniform was missing. I turned my house upside down looking for it, but it was nowhere to be found. When I told Madame Ling, she said that she could find another one for me, but then I had to pay for the replacement. Do you have any idea how much one of those things costs? 1 month's salary, that's what. I suppose that's why I've been so distracted. I just can't stop thinking about that stupid uniform. And you know what's worse? This replacement is one size too small for me. It keeps riding up in the wrong places. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. I mean, could that be relevant? How do we get upstairs? The poor waiter with the uniform that's too small for him. Oh, there's a wine room. Let's check that out. Now is not the time to snoop around. I need to speak to General Zhang first. Okay. Well, what are we like to the dressing room? Nope. Who are these two? She refuses? I'm sorry, General. Your buyout offer for Yuan Qiqi was more than generous, but the girl doesn't know what's good for her. Give me some time, I can convince her. Convince her? I am General Zhang Chao, commander of the Eastern Fleet. What manner of persuasion does she require? You have to understand, Qiqi came to me only 2 months ago. I accepted her into this house because of her singular beauty, but she carries a dark past. She's chosen a life of excess and luxury to bury that darkness. Why bother with such a damaged flower? If the general desires a concubine, I have many younger, more willing flowers that... No, that will not do. It is precisely because of Qiqi's maturity that I seek her company. I understand. Leave it to me, General. I will speak to her again. Okay, I guess we're going to be talking to him. The legendary General Chao, Zhang Chao. His storied battles as a naval officer are unmatched. He has many devoted supporters who would gladly follow his lead on or off the battlefield. Well then, let's have a word. General Zhang Chao. Yes, who are you? My name is Renjie. I am Her Majesty's newly appointed magistrate of Chang'an. I see. Quite the resourceful inquisitor, aren't you? It seems you've managed to invite yourself to a little private meeting. Are you here to arrest me? Only if I have cause to do so. Well, I assume that such a gathering outside of Imperial walls must make the Empress anxious. But in our defense, you should know that we assemble only to raise questions, not to rebel. You do not intend to overthrow her? Ha ha ha! I see you've succumbed to the rumors that have been circulating about me. And yet you ignore the murmurs surrounding our new Empress? By now you've no doubt heard the stories about clandestine police forces and brutal retaliations. If Her Majesty intends to bend and break the rule of law to further her own agenda, her subjects will not stand for it, and neither will we. Do you have proof? Or is the so-called police force, or secret police force, or are your allegations based on nothing more than rumor? Tell me, young magistrate, did you come here to seek the truth or to listen to fairy tales? You don't have to answer that. I can see there is doubt in your eyes. You've come this far. Don't close your eyes now. Find the truth for yourself. As for me, let me set the record straight. My goal, and that of the other patriots gathered here, is simply to stand as a check against Her Majesty's absolute power. And how did you intend to do that? By taking innocent lives and desecrating royal monuments? Don't be foolish. We do not manufacture crisis. We want accountability, not bloodshed. Certainly there are those who want Her Majesty ousted at any cost, but we have no dealings with these factions. If the Empress ever left the protectorate cocoon that is the royal palace, she would perhaps better understand the concerns of her loyal servants. Yet a trail of blood and murder has led me directly to you, General Zhang. Just hours ago, the wife of Lam Haifeng, the very man you've harassed for months, was found murdered. How do you explain that? Haifeng's wife, murdered? I did not know. And you think I'm somehow involved in her death? Listen to me careful, Magistrate D. I will not repeat myself on this matter. I would never. Ah! Did you hear that? I think it came from the dining room. General, wait! You stay here, I will have a look. Hurry, that scream came from the dining room. Okay, maybe we should have put more emphasis into that scream. Oh, stop there. Who are you? Pardon the intrusion. I'm an investigating magistrate. My name is D. Renjie. I don't understand. How did you get here so fast? I am on board the Paradise Cloud investigating a case. I was in the hallway just now when I heard a scream. That was me. I was so frightened. What happened? It's Yuan Qiqi. I don't know exactly what happened. I was with her just half an hour ago. She said she felt nauseous and needed some fresh air, so she came here to use the balcony. She wanted to be alone, so I made sure she wasn't disturbed. But when I came back to check on her... Heavens, all that blood! Okay. Can we kind of guess what happened? Oh dear. Another one. The killer is speeding up, and on this ship with all these people. Why take such a risk? I have to think, clear my mind of all distractions. Yes, I need to start by gaining control of the situation. This boat needs to be secured. Madam, we need to speak. I'm sorry, what did you say? Wait. Didn't you say you were here to investigate another case? What exactly were you talking about? I can't give you any details, but suffice it to say that other women have been victimized in a similar manner, in a similar way. And they led you here? You believe they are connected to Qiqi's death? Perhaps, but enough conjecture. What should we ask about? About the Paradise Cloud. How many people work here? The Paradise Cloud is the most exclusive flower boat in the city. It isn't uncommon for us to play host to a banquet such as this. For tonight, the entire team is on hand. That's 3 courtesans, a service staff of 5, and a small boat crew that works below deck. Who has access to the upper floors? Only myself, the courtesans, and a single wine waiter. We're very strict about who gets to come upstairs. After all, it wouldn't be appropriate for the kitchen staff or the boat crew to mingle with the guests. And the banquet? General Zhang had been planning tonight's gathering for many months, a special banquet for his most powerful friends. Did you notice anything usual about the proceedings? No, I don't recall any incidents. Wait, I don't know if this is of any consequence, but during our preparations earlier this evening, the wine waiter came to me complaining that he had lost his uniform. Luckily for him, we have spare outfits in storage, otherwise I would have demanded more than just a month's pay. Are all the guests accounted for? Yes, we checked the invitations carefully. Every one of the guest list is on board. We checked all of them. We asked all of them to stay in the reception hall until dinner is ready. You don't think one of the guests did this, do you? No, it's unlikely the high-profile individuals attending this party would expose themselves in such a way. What about General Zhang? I've known General Chao for many years. Long before he became a general, he talks tough, but deep down he's just as needy as the rest of us. Heavens, I don't know. I don't know how he will take this. He was fond of Yuan Qiqi? You are quite well informed. Yes, he fell for her completely. It was unexpected, but I could see that it was genuine. I suppose it was just a matter of time until he offered to redeem her, but even I didn't think it would happen so fast. But Qiqi's rejection was just as swift. Unlike many of the girls here, she never desired the life of a concubine. She was a free, untamable creature. Okay, what about Yuan Qiqi? Qiqi is my newest girl, and though I didn't make a habit of taking a 22-year-old with no experience or references, I knew when I met her that she was special. She was as smart as a whip and possessed a rugged beauty. In less than 2 months, she had become one of my most popular girls. Even General Zhang couldn't resist her charms. She's been with you only 2 months? Do you know what she was doing before she came to you? Most of my girls have long histories of tragedy and disappointment, but I never made it a habit to pry. Qiqi was no different. I gathered she came from difficult circumstances, but I could see strength in her. She was no wilting flower. Okay, tell us about yourself. Yes, I've been running the Paradise Cloud since my days as the Queen Flower, but those days are long gone. Nowadays, I'm known only as Madame Ling. I've seen my fair share of cruelty and violence, but this is pure evil. How does one commit such a despicable act? Okay, we'll take it from here. Thank you, Madame Ling. Now I need you to do something for me. You must return to the reception hall, but you cannot let anyone know what happened. But won't people start to suspect something? Not if you play it right. All I need is for you to buy some time and make sure no one leaves the ship. Can you do that? Yes, I think I can manage. Good. I also need you to ask your most senior staff member to go to the Justice Department and alert someone of what's happened here. Constables will be on their way, but until they arrive, I'm counting on you to keep things quiet so that I can start collecting evidence undisturbed. Have everyone gather in the main deck. No one is to enter the second floor. Yes, I understand. But what about General Zhang? Tell him to come in, but say nothing else. I will take care of the rest. Madame Ling says Yuan Qiqi started working on her less than 2 months ago. That's around the same time Lam Haifei met Shi Wenyang. And Xu Linfei, she also returned to live with her father about 2 months ago. It can't be just a coincidence. 3 women seemingly unconnected, yet this thread links them together. Did they know each other? What were they doing before they came back? Okay, established the link between the victims. Their whereabouts were unknown until 2 months ago. What's going on here? Why was Madame Ling so agitated? What happened? Is that... Qiqi, no! Who did this? Why is she... General, please remain calm. Madame Ling just discovered her body. We don't know anything yet, but answers will come. For now, it is you I need answers from. Okay, about the guests. Do you know all the guests personally? Can you think of anyone who had motive to do this? What would one of these powerful men have to gain by killing a lowly courtesan? On the contrary, they would have nothing else to loot. They would have everything to lose. Besides, Qiqi has only been working for Madame Ling a couple of months. I doubt any of the guests have ever met her. Okay, Madame Ling. Oh, wrong one. Madame Ling and I have known each other for a very long time. She hosts the best banquets in the realm, and her courtesans, they are peerless. I believe these meetings to be secure. We checked everything. The staff, the guests, even the boat itself. But evidently I was a fool. Okay, tell us about Yuan Qiqi. What's the nature of your relationship with her? I still remember the first time Madame Ling introduced me to Qiqi. Such raw beauty, intellect, and strength. She was a goddess among mortals. That's why you asked to redeem her? I suppose the news was bound to come out sooner or later. Yes, I had designs on buying her out and marrying her. But all that... all that is but dust in the wind now. Promise me you'll find her killer, Renjie. You must be close if you followed his trail all the way here. You must find him. Okay, learn that General Zhang wished to redeem Yuan Qi and take her as a concubine. Before we were interrupted, You were about to tell me something about Lam Haifeng. What was it? I know who you work for. Therefore I know what you think of me. But the Empress and her trusted commander have mistaken me for a common thug. I would never hurt Lam Haifeng or his family. His father and I fought side by side more times than I can count. He was a brother in arms, but also a dear friend. Did I try to coax him and his son to support my cause? Absolutely. Was I upset that Haifeng did not take up his father's mantle? Guilty as charged. But this business about me involved in his wife's death? It's absolute lunacy. If the Lam family means that much to you, then why intimidate Lam Haifeng? Did you not send someone to his house tonight? Yes, but only to convince him to reconsider his retirement and to join our ranks. He chooses to ignore it, but he has a destiny to fulfill. Traditions should not be forsaken. That stubborn young man should have followed in his father's footsteps, but instead he chose to embrace the inconsequential woman. But, despite my disdain for his choices, he is still my godson. I would never put his well-being at risk. Lam Haifeng is your godson? Yes, and despite his constant rejection of my guidance, I will always see him as the son I never had. Interesting. Did you notice anything suspicious activity tonight? Besides your unannounced arrival? No, I saw and heard nothing suspicious. Okay. Thank you, General. More constables will arrive in the scene shortly. In the meantime, all I ask is that you let me do my job. For your own sake, I hope you know what you are doing, D. Okay, let's get to investigating. At every turn, he has been one step ahead of me, but I sense that he wants me to close behind. Okay, what can we learn here? Let's examine her head. There were ligature marks around her neck, but they had dispersed up and down her throat. Shi Wenyan and Xu Linfei both surrendered to the killer, but it appears Yuan Qiqi attempted to resist, and the force of her struggle created multiple abrasions. Okay, what about the torso? Once again, the killer has removed the victim's heart, but this time he seems to have acted hastily. The wound shows signs of imprecision and tearing. What caused him to lose focus? And her arms? In her right hand, she's still holding onto something. It's a hairpin. Its tip is stained with blood. Okay, that could be evidence. That could be useful. Nothing of note there. Unlike the other women, Yuan Qiqi chose to fight for her life. Her hairpin may have also wounded her assailant, causing him to rush through his murderous ritual. But what makes Qiqi different from the other two? Hang on, the rose. Hello. Another rose, seemingly unremarkable, except this one is drenched in blood. Okay, what's in the glass bowl? It's a see-through glass bowl. Okay, why have we got the glass bowl? A trail of blood? This trail of blood starts at the doorway of the balcony, but its shape and pattern is distinctly different from the pool of blood surrounding Yuan Qiqi. There's no doubt about it. Yuan Qiqi was able to stab her assailant with her hairpin while he was strangling her. Though it was not enough to stop him, it caused him to lose a considerable amount of blood. Okay, that is something. Actually, a see-through glass bowl. I've never seen one so transparent. Its craftsmanship by Persian origin. Not only useful as decorative purposes, I've heard tale of how these can be used as magnifying devices. Can we... Hang on, just hear me out. Can we use this here to scoop up some of the blood? No. Okay, we can't scoop up anything there. Can we... No. Okay, there's the rose. 3 victims, 3 roses. This one is stained by the victim's blood. Okay, anything out here? The great city of Chang'an by night. The Empress was right. It truly is a shining capital. Okay, so nothing else there. Trail of blood. There's no note. Yeah, let's just check the rest of the floors. So we got the dressing room. So, once again, until the boat crew has finished its repairs, please remain on the main deck. I promise the banquet will be worth the wait. Okay. Nice stalling. Should we check the dressing room? What have we got here? Makeup box. On the front of this makeup box is a label with Yuan Qi's name on it. It's locked. Okay, yeah, we know what we need. This requires a key. Alright, let's get a key. Back to the reception hall. Wait. What's with the water basin? A basin filled with clean water. I've no need to wash myself. We don't want to wash the hairpin, do we? Do we? That probably won't work. What about washing the rose? Or... No reason to do that. Yeah, okay, let's keep looking. There's gotta be something else. I mean, if we really think about it... The wine room. Maybe something in the wine room? Hello? Hello? A piece of fabric is protruding from the basket. There is a uniform in the basket. It's similar to the one worn by the wine waiter downstairs. The collar is bloodied. The killer must have taken it off and left it here before fleeing. Wait, there's something in the sleeve. It's a key. Hello. Okay. Bloodstains? Bloodstains on the windowsill and on the ground? It looks like the killer made his escape through this window. Okay. Okay, so the killer is... I believe we can conclude the killer is not still on the ship. Who's the killer? Like, that is what I want to know. Let's use this key on the makeup box. The box contains a variety of cosmetic facial powders. If the killer stole or copied the key, he could have easily mixed the toxic substance to induce nausea, causing Yuan Qiqi to seek relief on the balcony. There's also a small piece of rolled up paper. Okay, let's take a look at that. There's a text written onto the paper. It's too small to distinguish. If I can find... Yeah, okay, magnifying glass, we know what it is, don't we? This might actually work, but something's missing. What is missing? Water? If I fill the glass bowl with water, it can act as a magnifying glass. Okay, let's do that. There, if I hold the bowl above the message, I should be able to see it more clearly. Okay, we've got the magnified message. To my distant admirer, your prize is in the green lantern under the stairs. Hello? Okay, we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. Okay, here we go. This must be it. The Green Lantern under the stars. Oh, under the stars, not the stairs. The Green Lantern. Let's see what it holds. There's a small piece of paper lodged at the bottom of the lantern. The third note. There we go. The shroud of power hides an evil beneath. Descent from thy power, an empress in defeat. Interesting. Okay, speak to Empress Wu to reenact the crime. The Empress is in danger. I have to go to the royal palace at once. Wait! Something's wrong. I feel dizzy. Oh, must be the candle smoke. Oh! Okay, he got us. There's the deer again. The great detective, asleep on the job? Outplayed by a murderous degenerate? What about the innocents? You will leave them on the field, dead and deserted? The song is for you. Answer the call. Answer it. You abandoned me. I was in limbo, afraid and alone. Now still I cannot rest. The truth is staring at you from atop the clouds, from within the golden gates, yet you see nothing. Do not turn away now. Save the rose that counts. Do not rest until it is done. It's time to wake up, dear Renjie. Go. Snap out of it. Oh, is this one of these things where, like, we've got all the clues we need? Wake up. Why won't you wake up? Come on, sir, you can do it. Wake up, magistrate. Yeah, is this one of these cases where we've got all the clues already, but we just need to put it together? Magistrate, wake up, wake up! Yes, that's it. Take your time. I'm so glad you're alright, Magistrate. You had me worried for a moment. The candle inside the Green Lantern must have been laced with some kind of poison. I should have been more cautious. After the messenger you sent came to the Justice Department, I made my way here as quickly as I could. Luckily, we must have you passed out just when I arrived. When I saw the lantern next to you spewing that thick black smoke, I immediately threw it overboard. Thank you, Lieutenant Ma. You may have saved my life. But now you must carry on here without me. I understand. The Empress is in danger. The killer means to target her next. The Empress? But she's heavily guarded at all times. Unless she was to come out in the open, she's untouchable. All I know is that the killer has been one step ahead of us all along. I must warn the Empress that her life is in real jeopardy, however unlikely that may be. Okay. The plot thickens. You came just in time. The Empress wanted to say a few prayers before retiring to her quarters. Okay. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick break here. When we get back, we will be having a word with the Empress, it looks like. So yeah, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.